Hello and welcome.
It's time for
Pathenders
the funny
podcast.
ha-has.
Time for
It
funny
is.
haha chuckles.
It's Pathenders episode 69, and you're legally obligated to comment
Make
nice.
the funnies.
Nice.
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 Noise.
Yeah,
Nice.
if you see this, if you can hear us right now, you are legally obligated
They see
to-
us, they hear us.
to read
Someone
to
said
go
nice.
go on Twitter, go to the Pathenders pod.
Go
They
to
tweeted that it's episode 69. You have to retweet it with the quote tweet nice because it's 69, and that's
Thanks, Isaac. My friend put nice in chat.
Thank
Thanks.
you. That's all I want. I'm not asking a lot.
Just at least one.
Yeah.
I made the title more appropriate.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is it local agents have a nice time?
No, it's the funny number episode teehee.
Funny number episode teehee.
Teehee lol.
Teehee.
ROF LOL.
Rough
Yeah.
them out.
Yeah.
LMAO.
Well, I feel we've kept waiting long enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and get going.
Go ahead, get going.
Going with the deal.
Giga giga gaga. Yeah.
Go Gogan.
Yeah.
So Oni, are you recording?
James is having a
Yeah.
stroke.
Oh, I was first. That's weird.
I went from the bottom this time, and
Ah.
Ultra Super Punished Uktuk is no longer Grapes' name. So,
Oh, you're right.
Jess, are you recording?
I am.
Me, am I recording? You betcha. Gallus, are you recording?
Oh, you betcha.
I knew it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Sync clap
yeah.
in 3, 2, 1. Our story begins, as such stories often do, with a funeral in the rain. We go in, and there's the little black bars at the top and bottom of the screen. So you know this is a cutscene. It's not gameplay. And it's mid-afternoon. It's the day after Gallus arrived. So we're now Fire
Oh.
Day.
The 7th.
Yep. It is a dark and stormy day. Like heavy cloud cover, lightning and thunder, and it's just pouring. Because it's a funeral and that's mandatory.
Even the gods know.
Gallus
Yeah, exactly.
is wearing all black. He's got like a hat and like a veil over his face.
And it is a public funeral, so you could attend were you so inclined.
Surreal 100% attending.
Yeah.
Probably
And
will attend.
Oppian Nevelindor announces that her body was indeed discovered outside of town after she had chased off bandits, saving the life of Loredana Viorca. He inters her with hero's honors. In the tradition of Torag, they cremate their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And so he is instead kind of what's the word where they have a funeral but there's no body?
Ooh.
Closed casket.
No, it's like God,
Memorial.
it's like it's a specific thing where it's like they have it like where there's a grave but there's no body in it.
Yeah.
God, it's gonna drive me crazy. But
Memorial service is the only thing that comes up, so.
it'll come to me later. But he gives a pretty brief eulogy. You can tell he's actually emotionally invested.
Yeah.
And a lot of the townsfolk are too. It's, you know, without making any rolls or anything, you can overhear from just people talking that this was a blow because Calcira wasn't just, you know, some random inquisitor. She was the logistics head for the city. She managed the supplies. That's why she was organizing supply shipments up in the mines. Like that was her job.
Mm-hmm.
And after the funeral is over, later that day, several dwarven families abandon Cantaria.
Whoa.
They have packed their things and are heading back to the Five Kings Mountains where they feel it's more safe. So you can award
points?
yourself 6 despair
Oh.
points.
What did I call it?
Shit.
Hot damn.
Oh, hell yeah.
So do we have 10 total now?
No, I think
It's
we have
12.
more than that.
We have 12
yeah, 12.
total? Okay.
Yes, you
Yeah.
have 12 total now.
I'll put it.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, the additional from Brexter. I
Yep, you
remember.
got
Yeah.
2 from
He
Brexter.
started
from
some
Brexter.
fires.
Yeah.
My
And
child.
as you are heading back, give me a quick perception.
Ooh.
Okay.
We also have to roll for
Oh yeah, the thingamajig.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
for
gonna
fate.
forget it every time.
I know.
Alrighty.
What should we roll for first, the perception or the?
Go ahead and do
Yeah.
the hero points.
I'm
so
doing
you
the
remember.
hero. So Gallus gets 1.
No, it's a 10.
Oh,
Work.
James.
1
gets-
second.
What'd you get, Jess?
Shaking it now. Oh, that's a 3. Fuck
Oh.
that shit.
All right. Well,
Well,
you get 1.
We get 1.
At
All
least
right.
James didn't get 3.
Yeah. All right. Now
Yeah.
now
Now it's
perceptions.
perception.
Okay.
Okay, let's try that again.
Not terrible.
Oh, 27. Yes, I'm
It's a
not.
22.
Gallus got an 18.
Okay, so you
I can't
all
see through the veil.
yeah.
He's
you
like
all-
pretending to cry, like oh, that's like a handkerchief up to his eye. Oh dear,
Jesus Christ.
so sad.
So you all
ahead, James.
notice that, true to the claim, the patrols you've seen going around town have in fact been reinforced. It used to just be 4 of the squires,
The boys, the tinies.
Yeah, the boys. They are now being led by more veteran troops that are outfitted the same as the red-headed woman that you fought on the wagon heist,
Oh,
Ooh.
with the chainmail and bastard sword types. Each patrol is now led by one of those, who are identified as reclamation sergeants.
Okay, reclamations. I can't speak today. Okay.
difficulty
Yeah.
increased.
Yes. And
It's like
Information- what are they called?
Sergeants.
Sergeant.
yeah, you didn't encounter any of the patrols because that's a mechanic where if you're doing something that might blow your cover, they get called and you have to deal with them in some way. But yeah, as Grapes alluded to, this increases the difficulty of defeating them in combat, because you remember those sergeants are pretty tough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were fun.
They almost fucked up Uktuk. This is also like when you do too many night missions and playing Metal Gear Solid 5, and now they all have night vision goggles and better body armor.
I don't remember that happening.
Oh yeah, they adapted to your patterns. It was amazing.
Well, that was to assume they ever caught me. They can't adapt to what they cannot see or cannot know is even there. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm gonna let that sit there.
so that is the he promised to reinforce the patrols because one of the counselors almost died and another disappeared, now confirmed to have died.
Yeah.
He's stepping up security. So that's fun. But yeah, it's a dark and stormy Friday. The funeral wraps up around noon, and most people kind of agree that because it's so shitty out, everyone's just going to go home.
This sounds about right.
Yeah. So that leaves you free for nefarious dealings.
Yes. I rub my little grubby hands together.
Time to do some crime.
Time to do
some
crime.
crime stuff.
Criminy. There's so many things we could do, but I don't even know where to start with mine, TBH. So literally anyone go before me.
I feel like as we're walking, we're just kind of jaunting down the road. I will start kind of conversing with Gallus and just go, so what are your hobbies?
You said that to Gallus?
Yeah.
Oh, my hobbies. That's a good question.
Grapes says as he looks at his character sheet.
Right.
Yeah. You mean besides ripping the soul out of the recently deceased?
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like I've been so into my work lately. I haven't had much time for free time. I do like a nice glass of wine, though.
Solemn
So if
nod
you-
in the background from Suriel.
So if you have free time, what do you like to do? Do you like to paint? Do you like to sew? Do you like to, I don't know, run marathons? What's your fun?
I do enjoy cooking.
Ah. Little bit of this, a little bit of that in the pot. Bippity boppity boo, right?
Exactly.
Hmm. So does that cooking translate into making any helpful potions, oils,
indeed.
elixirs?
Indeed,
Oh.
yes.
Maybe I should introduce you to an acquaintance that we've made. Kind of to bring you to speed, since we've been here, we were brought to a brunch of sorts, and we got to meet a lot of the high
Council members.
thank you, and somebody that I was trying to get into good graces with. I haven't been very lucky in the past couple tries, but I think you would be just chummy friends. And I will start kind of making my way towards the apothecary. Would you like to make friends?
Of course, I'm always willing to make friends.
Oh, jolly good.
Oh.
And I just kind of like jump skip and just kind of start walking my way to the apothecary.
You don't hear it or see it, but you can feel the facepalm from Suriel.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yes.
and you will recall this is Healthy Heart Alchemicals
Mm-hmm.
is the name of the business, and it is owned and operated by one Linton Demir, played
Healthy-
by famed character actor and human embodiment of Chicago, Mike Haggerty.
As we walk into the apothecary, apothecary.
Close
I'm
enough.
Yeah, I'm assuming there's that little jingle of a bell.
I would.
with that,
I want to do
welcome.
like a little moment as Charlie like skips away, as like Gallus just kind of looks back at Suriel and goes like, I know she's been around other nobles.
No.
Well, you.
I mean, just me, but like not newer nobles. I didn't start off with the first thing telling her that I'm a noble is the problem. She, our first mission together was, stealing. from a tannery. So she didn't really, probably doesn't see me as a noble. You're very forward with it. It's not that important to my character anymore, I should say.
Very well. Shall we
Just,
go meet this
go-
apothecary?
I have other plans. You guys have fun, though. Go easy on her. She's young.
I should be asking her to go easy on me.
But
Yeah, you're-
she's still learning.
Your mom has also been really mean to her.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, please go easy on her. Gallus doesn't know that yet, but he'll learn quick.
I will follow Charlie. Or Gallus will follow Charlie.
Okay.
Uktuk isn't around. He's vanished.
Not. That would be weird.
Yeah,
Just
'cause it's,
letting
it's
that
what,
be
3
established.
actions to manifest him?
It's 3 actions to manifest him, yes, but he is not around right now.
Well, also,
Yeah.
people probably don't want to see that
Yeah.
No,
during a
definitely
funeral.
not.
So,
It's
Or
cons-
ever,
it's,
really.
It's in poor taste.
I'll go, is that Uktuk?
No.
I thought he died.
He did.
the headcanon that Charlie just sorely does not believe Uktuk is actually dead and keeps seeing him is amazing.
So the
I can't believe it.
door to
It's
Healthy
the
Heart
loss-
Alchemicals
It's the loss
is
of blood, making her a little...
You guys are in
Sorry.
her. Oh,
yeah, the door is open, and it does. Yeah, there's a little bell above the door that rings as you open it.
Ding, 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 ding.
Knock, knock.
And as you enter the shop, there is not Linton Demir behind
Oh.
the counter. It is instead a character who is played by current day Colin Firth.
Ooh.
This middle-aged white guy, salt and pepper hair, with very upright, proper bearing. He's wearing
Ah.
wire-rimmed glasses. He's got a really cozy-looking
Oh.
sweater on.
from the Kingsman.
Yeah.
I need to watch that movie.
Dude,
Yeah, you do.
man.
We need to have a
That's what
movie
we should
night, but
do.
that's for another time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do.
As you enter, he looks up from a ledger that he appears to be either studying or making notes in, but pops up. Good afternoon. How may I be of assistance to you?
That's exactly what I expected him to sound like. Good job.
Oh my goodness. I hope Linton's okay. Is he not around?
And right as you say that, you hear glass breaking. So you can imagine this, right? You have the front of the shop, you have shelves and racks and whatnot, and there's the
Right.
counter.
Yeah.
And behind the counter, there's a door to the back. Not a doorway. There's a curtain, not a door. But yeah, from behind, you hear glass breaking, a liquid splash, and just a muffled "God damn it!"
Oh. Linton,
which-
are you hurt?
Master Demir is occupied performing his artisanship in the back and has asked me to mind the shop in the meantime. Is there something I could assist you with, or is your call of a personal one?
I was going to introduce him to my new friend, and I'm really concerned that he's hurt. Can I at least check in on him? Would you permit me to come to the back?
I shall duck back and fetch him, but I can assure you quite that were he injured, you would hear a great deal more swearing.
Well,
that
that,
was me-
seemed like a lot.
That
of
was merely
swearing.
a wasted material swearing.
I'm
Honestly,
glad you know
mood.
the difference.
I'm sorry, James. Have you put a camera in my fucking room when I'm working with resin or something? What the hell?
Why would I do that?
That's just me when I'm working with resin.
Yeah. And he ducks his head through the curtain, says, "Social call for you, sir."
Telegram.
Hip hip cheerio.
And after a few moments, Linton comes out. He's wearing a heavy canvas apron over his clothing. He has these big black rubber gloves on, goggles on his forehead. And you can see from a faint soot outline on his face, like, that he had been wearing the goggles when something blew up in his face. Because now he looks like a reverse raccoon.
Favorite.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, hey there, Charlie. How are you?
Oh, I am doing splendid given the circumstances. But how are you? You look like you had maybe some sort of accident.
Don't mind this none. It's just a slip of the hand, some chemicals. You know how it goes.
Oh, yes, I do. Oh, well, I'm glad that I find you in good health at least. I wanted to introduce you to one of my new friends. As you know, one of my compatriots passed away, and he essentially is his replacement. But we're just kind of going around town and just introducing him to the people that Cyril, myself, and Uktuk met at that buffet some time ago. And so I just wanted you to meet my new compatriot, Lord Gallus. I don't know your full title. If you could introduce yourself.
Just Gallus will be fine.
Oh, I heard about the attack on your men. Terrible business, eh? But
it was.
To think, you looked like a real tough customer, but whoever it was took out a lion like Calcira, but can't imagine.
It is sad indeed, and I regret to say I tried to get over to him to heal him or try to give him some sort of potion, and I couldn't do either, and I feel like it's my fault. And she's gonna kind of start scrunching her face up and make the kind of like
about to cry,
the hiccups of crying, like she's about to.
Hey there now. If it was his time, it was his time. There's just nothing you can do about it. No need to beat yourself up.
Gallus stares at the hard camera.
I know. It's just so frustrating because I think because I was the and I make the quotes signal healer of our compatriots, that I was supposed to kind of protect be there for everybody, and I too fell, but I was able to be stabilized, thankfully, and I just wish I could have done more. And I'll just kind of nod my head a little bit. And
yeah, that's a feeling I know well myself.
I know you were short on potions, and Cyril and I, we went and bought some, which are amazing, by the way, just the best quality that I have ever purchased. I just want to tell you right now. But I didn't have enough to get everybody's enough to heal themselves. And she'll kind of like stray away from the sentence.
Gallus will put like a reassuring hand on Charlie's shoulder.
And next to Linton, Colin clears his throat very pointedly. Oh, where are my manners? This is my associate, Legume Dupree.
Legume? Oh my goodness. It's a
Who
pleasure
did
to meet you.
And at the mention of his name, he does the like one hand in front, one hand behind his back bow.
Nice.
Yes.
That's a French name for.
Apprentice alchemist Legume Dupree at your service.
Hey, can you spell that last name?
Dupris.
Ah, I was right.
Ah, well,
Charlie
you know,
will,
Linton, I'm somewhat of an alchemist myself.
Big meat eyes.
That a fact. You looking for work?
Well,
I got more orders than I know what to do with, and we're already behind. If you were looking to earn a little extra coin, I could definitely float you some tasks.
Oh
I
goodness.
suppose if I have the free time, I could stop by and help out the old cause. The glorious
could we do our
reclamation.
work from home situation? Could we take a couple cauldrons home with us and
I got one right
brew
here.
it?
This is walking
Oh, you
cauldron's
do?
got big googly eyes.
Hey, if you got the setup where you are, I just, the finished product is good enough for me, but if you wanted to use the shop, we could,
As I notice his cauldron, and I'll just go, it's got googly eyes.
you just have that thing following you around at all times.
Yeah.
That's weird, but okay.
I get
did
it.
not notice the
Weird flex, but
googly-eyed
okay.
cauldron.
He's got googly
He's very
eyes.
quiet.
Well, it doesn't. It's a cauldron. It doesn't talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird flex, but okay.
It just feels like the kind of thing you'd leave at home when you're not using it, but I'm not
You never know when
not saying you
might
have
use
to.
it.
That was just my assumption.
Well,
But all right.
I am just so happy that I was able to make a new co-worker for you, Linton. And I'll push Gallus towards Linton, and I go,
Oh.
you should probably go in the back and collect some supplies to take home that we
Wink.
can start brewing with.
I suppose I could.
And get
Well,
get
yeah.
to know your employer a little better.
Tell you what, before we go taking anything home, why not come in the back here and show me what you got?
All right, I suppose I shall.
I will do some perusing of your wares. I, again, just am such a connoisseur of all the things that you were making, and I'll be out here. Gallus, if you need anything, I'll still be here, okay?
Very well.
And I'll let him go and do his thing.
Imagine Charlie gives Gallus like the most inconspicuous wink.
Wink.
Thank you.
All right. So, Gallus, would you like to make a craft check to try and influence Linton Demir?
I sure can. Question.
Answer.
Can I use my seasoned feat with this?
That is specific to food, is it not?
It is food and drink, including potions.
In that, if it includes potions, then that's for. So potions are magic.
Oh.
Alchemicals are elixirs.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So, crafting it is.
Go!
Plus 12. Shabuzi natural 20.
Heyo!
Yeah.
Nice! Let's go! I think that's all we needed, too.
Yeah, I only got one influence out of
So
Linton.
before I even walk in, I like take my hat of disguise and like lift it up and put it back on, and it turns into a chef's hat. And
Oh,
like
I love it.
I gain an apron that says "Kiss the Cook" on it,
Yes!
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
and I
love
say,
this man.
"Shall we get to work then?" And he gets a little giddy.
And as we established previously, a critical success on the influence check does get you 2 successes.
That's what we needed to yes.
So, well, as you also recall, it is character specific.
Hmm.
So Charlie's previous 1 success isn't.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but Gallus now has 2 of 3 needed. So that's a big step.
Okay, so, but with that natural, okay, this wouldn't apply
He
here.
is-
Never mind. I have an idea, but I can talk about this later.
Well, he is highly impressed with your skills, and does indeed offer you tasks for cash.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Heck
We
yeah.
like money.
So you can definitely use Healthy Heart Alchemicals to earn income for downtime if you so desire.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, you have 2 of 3 successes to influence him. So if you come back tomorrow,
As I'm just like walking out of the back, and we're like shoulder to shoulder, and we're laughing like, ho ho.
Yeah.
You'll see Charlie leaning against the glass
so
front top and just talking to Legume.
just for picturing processes, that process, the influence, does take a while. It takes a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So
You wanna go
would
do
Charlie
something else?
still be there?
I would have talked to Legume.
Oh yeah,
and
we
just
can we can do that. I was just asking if you would still be there after a couple of hours.
Yeah, like, would you go and do something else?
If there
That is speak code for you can go do something else.
Yeah, I would. I just kind of I'd get the lowdown of Legume, where'd he come from, what's he doing, could I flirt my way into like a discount potion
Diplomacy.
possible. And then if I couldn't, I'd go, oh well, I better get to some of my rest of my chores, but and then I would like kind of talk towards the door and go, Gallus dear, I have to make a call, but I will be back. How about at blah 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 clock?
I love blah 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 clock.
Because I don't know what time it is currently, and I'll just
And Gallus will just go, yes, that's quite good. Yes,
It's probably about 1 p.m. now.
He's just like, yes, quite well, very well, thank you, and goes back to Lint and is like, now tell me again, and blah blah.
And I'll just kind of look at Legume and just go, I'll be back around 3 o'clock. I'll be back, and then just kind of leave through the door.
Have a lovely day, madam.
Thank you again. I'll see you soon. And then I would go to Zane's house.
Okay. So you get. So at the funeral, you probably wouldn't have had an opportunity to talk to him because all the counselors were together, like at the front, and you guys just being citizens were with the crowd. But you would have seen that he was there, and looked genuinely upset the entire time.
Oh no.
And when you get to the house, he answers the door, and you can see that his eyes are red. He cried.
I want to set the scene that he opens the door with Charlie holding like a black umbrella, and she'll just kind of cock her head and I'll go, I'm sorry about your friend.
It's very kind of you to say. Would you like to come in?
Yes, please. And I will close the umbrella and shake it out. Then before he, like, as he's closing the door, I'll just embrace him. I could tell you were having a bad day. I'm so sorry.
It's difficult. Much of her, well, losing a friend is difficult in itself, and then on top, much of her duties have fallen to me. I struggle with these. I don't have a head for logistics the way that she did, and I worry that the town will fall to ruin around my ears because I can't keep up. A lot.
I'll grab his shoulders and I'll look him in the eyes and I'll go, is there anything I can do to take that off your plate? I know I'm not what's the word? Hold on. Jessica's forming a word. Hold on.
Competent, maybe? Skilled?
No, I'm like I'm not new to town. Or like I'm not like well, what's the word?
Oh no, I know what you're trying to say, and I can't think of the word.
Okay, all right. Here we go. Okay, I'll hold his shoulders and I go, can I take anything off of your plate? I know I'm not originally from Cantaria. I know I'm new, but I want to help, and anything to help you will make me infinitely happy.
Unfortunately, much of the documents required are privileged, being that we are still at war, much as the town's peace might belie such a fact. So.
Oh, I understand.
But having you here as a moral support is of great comfort to me.
What do you think I could help with that wouldn't need that much privilege? That is there. Do you need a, I don't know, a coordinator? You're doing kind of the bookend, but I'm taking, I don't know.
An assistant.
Sorry, what?
Assistant.
Yeah, I could just be the legwork, or and
I've already made a request for an assistant, or even a replacement for Calciria in these duties, but we require approval from the higher organization. So it's
okay.
It's mainly that I need to keep things moving until the approval comes down, but that could be weeks.
Who can I write to help you to speed it along on your behalf? I don't want you to work yourself dead.
Oh, it's nothing so severe. It's more that I feel I may bungle the task and find the town without iron or without the supplies for medicine or some other crucial aspect that slips my mind because I'm not schooled in such things.
Well, maybe what I would do with my sister when she was learning she was doing a project or learning something for school, I would have her talk out her instructions or whatever she was supposed to do. Maybe that would help you kind of talk out. Step 1, do this. Step 2, why don't you talk out your what you're expecting to do, is that that you're worried that you're going to bug the lup, and maybe I can interject with thoughts, notes, things like that.
Well, the main concern at the moment is the supply shipment that was, well, I don't know if I should be telling you this or not, but before Calcira died, a supply shipment went missing. It contained materials we were to use to fabricate armor and weapons for our troops and others further afield. And such material was already hard negotiated in the first place. Now, trying to replace it, I don't know that I can. The forge at the fort is already working around the clock, but in a week or two they'll run dry of metal. And then what are we reduced to? Collecting loose nails and old horseshoes to melt down?
Well, I came from very impoverished means, so I'm not too proud to make that suggestion. I think that would be a fair idea.
It's not that
Reduce, reuse, recycle, I guess,
It's not that I'm too proud for such a suggestion. It's that would be shifting the burden onto the people. I don't desire to take any more from them than we already do. Even if it's for the war effort.
Don't underestimate the citizens. They are here united for the same cause, and they would want to help.
Exactly why I hesitate to ask. So I know they would say yes.
Out of character, Zane, you have problems, and I understand.
Yeah, he's in a tough spot.
I 100% understand that issue right there. My God.
Yeah.
Right, so now we know how to take exact advantage of the situation.
Yes.
Well, and I'll just kind of slide my hands down his shoulders to his hands and just hold his hands. I'm here if that's any consolation, and I'm willing to help if that's any consolation as well. I know I'm naive, but I'm willing to help because of you.
No. What would be of great help now is a few moments of something aside from these tasks, something to take my mind off, and I've had a breakthrough with a project you may find interesting.
Oh?
And I'll just grip his hands and I'll go, "You show me?"
Gladly. And he takes you to remember the passage from the Books of the Damned that required that it had the shifting language and you couldn't quite figure out what was going on there.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So he has an easel set up in front of the case with a parchment, and drawn on it are different symbols and signs of different languages, and he has lines drawn between them, and it's the scroll version of a whiteboard of just trying to solve a puzzle.
Mm.
Huh?
He says,
Oh, go ahead.
and it says, I think that I have identified the language contained therein that has evaded. I know we discussed earlier it contains some celestial symbols, some infernal symbols, but I think the key is the Thessalonian language.
Oh,
Wow.
we heard about that.
Do I know anything about Thessalonian language or Thessalonia?
Roll me a society.
Society.
Let me. All right. Well, I'm untrained, but we're gonna. What do you say, y'all? Do you think-
Actually, you know what? Instead, roll me an Arcana.
Okay.
Blessing from the gods.
That's a natural 14. That's a 25 total.
Nice.
Okay, so without society, you don't know a ton about Thessalonian culture or what their civilization was like or anything like that, but you do know that from your magical studies that before the cataclysm of Earthfall, Thassalon was the empire of advanced magical research. Like they were ruled by an immortal wizard king, and subordinate to that was split up between 7 wizard governors. So it was a very magically focused society, and in learning arcane magic like you did, you would have come across some Thessalonian workings.
My goodness. Thessalonian.
That would mark this document at being over 10,000 years old.
And then you said that, sorry, out of game, this is before Earthfall, you said?
Yeah, that was the... Remember how I said Galarian is a post-apocalypse?
Mm-hmm.
Earthfall was the apocalypse.
Okay.
It destroyed most of the major civilizations on the planet. During the Age of Darkness that followed was when the dwarves got to the surface. And yeah, 10,000 years later, the world is mostly recovered, but there's still some stuff about it.
Okay. And I'll just say in amazement, I mean, pre-apocalypse, pre-Earthfall, I mean, this is ancient. And I'll just look at him and I'm just gonna grab like his face. You are so fucking smart.
He
Just-
fully blushes.
And I will just full in just like tackle him with a kiss.
And he is into it.
I mean, fade to
Wow.
black.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
He's into it.
Yeah. But hey, big clue there about
Mhm.
this document.
We like
Very
the
much.
info.
Yeah.
My surreal brain is just like yum 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 yum.
Nothing,
Yeah.
bone.
Yeah.
Oh,
um
bone
and,
o'clock.
and so we're gonna cut to what's Suriel doing during this 4-hour period where Gallus is applying for a job, and Charlie is something job because it's episode 69.
69. Ah!
Yeah.
See what I did
Nice.
Haha, funny sex number T.
Funny joke.
Ah.
there. Okay, Pee Wee Herman. Rest in
It's
peace.
not what I was doing, but
Currently, I can't remember how many times I can do it. It's once a day, right? That I can listen for rumors and shit.
so that's one of these activities that you could technically do as many times as you want. It's just a question of the time.
Yeah.
So during this time frame, you can do it. You can roll 2 gather information checks if you
Okay.
want.
I'll do one on, I guess my general question is, how are the people feeling after like the death, the revealed death? Like, what's everyone saying? You said it's diplomacy, brain.
Yeah. For the second one, did you want to try and maybe figure out where the healing supply is? Like, try and figure out where that stockpile is? I think that was something you said you were interested in pursuing.
Oh yeah. Well, I wouldn't have enough time to. I guess I'd switch out the first thing for like. She'd kind of. I'll do the potions thing first,
Okay.
and then start looking for Gregor Ardane's stuff. Second. You said diplomacy, right?
Yeah, diplomacy is the standard for gather information.
Okay. Natural 20 for what's my diplomacy stat now? A 28.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you are able to, through a combination of carefully worded questions and eavesdropping, figure out where the stockpile is.
Yes. And
Take
Dagobah.
us-
Did it.
Take us to our town map,
Oh,
which
it's
it's
black.
hold on, it's the dynamic lighting thing.
We're in the void.
There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the dynamic lighting settings. Anyway,
Yeah.
so you're able to identify that the one. So normal success would have been figure out that it's one of the sword towers where they're
Mhm.
being kept, but with your critical success, you're able to pinpoint that
Oh.
it's that sword tower.
Oh, okay. The one up near the. It's real close too.
Yeah. That is where the stockpile of healing items is being secretly stored.
Okay, cool. I need to check my notes one more time to make sure I read this right. It said he was part of the Narcopolis Guard specifically. I've been trying to figure out like how to even start looking for the details on Gregor Ardane, because we know he was part of the Narcopolis Manor Guard. We know he's dead, but like that's only so much like anyone in the town could know him. So I guess I could just start there with like talking to people, bringing up his name occasionally, see if they say anything.
Yeah, and just because I'm gonna have you disadvantage on this one, so I'm flipping a
Rude.
point. And
Okay.
when you get to the explanation of who Gregor is and what his deal is, I'll explain why I'm doing this now, but
Okay.
for now you're just gonna have to not know.
Fine. Ow. That's
Be that way, I guess.
it's still a 17. It's not bad.
Yeah, so the most that you're able to get, like a few people remember the name, and know that he was part of the guard, but everyone kind of describes him like, oh, you know, he kept to himself. He didn't really talk to people. You do learn that he had mentioned he got the job through his uncle, but nobody has any fucking idea who his uncle is.
Cool. So it's kind of like the collective, like, he was a dude who was here, we kind of know him, but like, not really.
Well, I mean, it's a very like, oh, you know, he kept to himself. He didn't talk to people much.
Yeah. Okay. I'm having thoughts. Continue.
Yeah, there's precious little that you're able to discern about Gregor Ordain.
No, that gives me an actual starting point. That's good. Thank you.
Yeah. But you know where the material or the healing supplies are.
Yeah. I mean, I think just on my way back, because I know that Gallus and Charlie are back at Healthy Heart Pharmaceuticals. There. Serial will just be making her way back there, and her my normal, of course. Just. Oh no, I already used my two. Never mind, because I was gonna use Golden Secrets, but nope. Because that's yeah.
That's for finding like organizations and groups, not one guy.
Yeah. Well, no, because I was just gonna kind of just mull around and like talk to people. Because, like I said last time, I wanted to, well, like Grapes and I were talking about, I think it was this week, just like seeing if there are any like secret groups and stuff currently in town. But that's another time.
Yeah.
I have so much that needs to be done.
Everybody meets back up around supper time, I would say.
Sure.
You can discuss your various findings.
Yes. We do drop the informations. There's a part of me that's like, I don't know if we should focus on Gregor or if we should, because like that's information we don't know that could lead to other things, but like we know so little. Ah!
I had a really satisfying day. How about everybody else?
Oh, that means she came.
It was a great day.
Great day. Suriel's doing the Deku thing. She's just looking at her notes, mumbling to herself, scratching her head. You don't know if she heard you or not. If she did, she didn't respond.
Zane is taking Kalsira's Archon for inventory.
It takes Suriel a second to respond, but she kind of looks up from her notebook and looks over at Charlie and is like, That's a lot of responsibility for one man.
Yes, and I told him so, and I'm trying to perhaps get some sort of foot in the door with that work, if possible.
And that would also be really good for you to get in on that, because I would assume that's a lot of good information.
Absolutely. Like I said, it was a great day.
I've heard laughing from the back of the store for like the past 5 minutes. I'm assuming that's Gallus. What the fuck is he doing?
What?
I just imagine that it's just like occasionally we just hear laughing from where the workshop would be between Gallus and Linton Demir as they're just chatting and working.
Oh. Well, no, this is later in the day, so he's
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
when I
you're
said-
done working, so you're just talking now.
Yeah, the meet back up. I was imagining being at the inn so you could
Oh.
discuss openly.
I thought we were
Right.
outside waiting for Gallus to come, so never mind.
No,
Yeah,
I thought we were
yeah.
at like the dinner table in the inn.
Yeah, because anywhere else you'd have to, keep up appearances.
This is true.
But here you can actually discuss what you've got, what you learned, and why it's relevant to your mission.
Yes.
I I got a job making potions for Linton. I say we poison some potions.
I agree, just not yet.
All right.
Get into the groove of everything. Let them think you're okay. Then slowly but surely, like, don't immediately poison things, you know?
Well, I think that he is very pleased with my work.
I will take your word for it. I have no real eye for alchemy, so if you say so.
I think it was a good idea on my part to go and meet Linton at the apothecary, if I do say so myself.
Yes, indeed.
You
It
did?
was very much Charlie's idea.
I figured out where their secret stockpile of healing potions are.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Way to bury the lead, Surreal.
You're welcome.
Perhaps we should poison that instead.
Again, we want to take this slow. I'm a fan of poison. Don't get me
Oh.
wrong.
I mean, you could poison it. You could also steal it and
yeah.
have healing stuff for yourselves to use.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what it's
sure, but if we... Okay, DM, I'm gonna explain this to you.
No, I understand. I was just presenting an alternative suggestion.
Right, but
I was about to say it, and
the poison
Poison.
potions is a better idea.
I mean, it
in the
might not
long
be.
run.
Who knows? Who knows? It's like those could be potions we could use ourselves.
Well, then we can
We
take
could-
a couple.
It is something for the future. I am just extremely frustrated as well on the ends of Gregor Ardane. Gallus, you don't know who that is. Surreal kind of points at him and then looks at Charlie and then looks at her notebook, realizing that he has no fucking clue who he is.
Gregor or
Yeah.
Dane?
Yes.
Okay. What do I need
You have a
to
lot to
roll
catch
to
up on.
know about Gregor or Dane?
I mean, you
Even
just
the
ask.
family name.
You just ask your party because they have information about him.
Did I roll on the name Ardane?
Yeah, I didn't come up with anything.
Okay. My inner files didn't pull anything up. It was empty. Yeah, I mean, Surreal will just tell you all the stuff they know and what they found, and even like pass you like the little slips of paper that we still have. And everyone I've talked to so far doesn't have that much information on themselves. They said he's kept to himself. He mentioned he got the job through his uncle, and that's about all I've gotten so far, which is either extremely suspicious or makes total sense. This is about all we're going on. And I'll actually copy and paste the notes, the little bits from his journal that we got for you, Grapes.
Okay.
So you can look at that. I'll even pin it so we can not lose it ever again because my notes are getting long.
Yeah.
That was only like a couple weeks ago, but I'm already on page 23 and that's on page 18.
Oh wow, that's a lot of notes.
Yeah.
I think we were all pretty successful. Oh, I forgot. Serial, you'll find this interesting. Zane, he was able to figure out part of the Book of the Damned translation. Part of it's written in Thessalonian.
Did you say Book of the
You-
Damned?
Yes, that's another thing you don't know about. We have the part of the book. We have an excerpt, Book of the Damned.
We really need to catch
Well,
up on a lot of things. don't we,
Zane
Gallus?
has it.
Yeah. I say we because Charlie, but yeah, Zane.
My charge is to work with Zane and get some magical intel. And he lives at the Narcopolis Manor. He has a lot of magical artifacts, and one of them is the Book of the Damned. Part of it, not the whole book.
Also, one of them is his dick, according to Charlie.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I didn't hear it.
Also, one of them is his dick, according to Charlie.
Well, I mean, that's a good part of it too, but
Could I
she'll
see
blush.
it? The book, not the dick.
Well, I need to work with him a little bit more to get an idea of how much I can flip him to our side. He's very neutral, but I need to know if he's more loyal to his work or to knowledge.
To knowledge, eh? I could help with that.
I feel like I have a pretty good idea, but
Confirming it is better
I
before
need
we
to
make any
confirm.
hard decisions.
Yeah, and to be frank, he is very upset over Kalsira's death, especially because he has to take on her job. And I mean, serving two masters is hard enough, you know? So, and she kind of like looks around.
Smile. Cries on the inside.
Exactly. But Thessalonian is part of that. So think of it. It was before Earthfall. I mean, this is a very, 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 very old piece of literature.
James!
Yes.
You said it was society to roll in Thessalonia?
To know about that'd be about like history and culture of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I do that.
Can I also roll that?
Yeah.
Ooh, 26.
Oh,
Oh,
19.
it's pretty good.
Okay, so you both know the history of how the Empire was big on the planet before Earthfall. Earthfall itself fell and it physically destroyed the other major empire on the surface, Aslant. There used to be a whole other continent on Galarian, and now there is not. It also is the event that created the Inner Sea, for which the current region, the middle of Avestan and Garund, where most of these adventures take place. Yeah, that it created the Inner Sea. And yeah, like Charlie knew from magical studies, they had highly developed magic. And Suriel, partially because you rolled higher, but for character purposes, because you had done some reading on this, the recent crisis in Varisia. So remember, this is 4217 AR. Just a couple of years ago, one of those wizard governors of Thassalon just woke up and stepped out of a time hole that he escaped the cataclysm into and tried to reconquer Varisia.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but a bunch of heroes showed up and kicked his ass. So that's all taken care of, but yeah, a lot of Thessalonian stuff has been cropping up lately. So could be where this document got kicked up from, one of those uncovered vaults or unfrozen wizards from somewhere.
Or you gotta remember to dethaw your wizards before you let them cast Fireball. It's really important.
Safety first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a ton more information about Thassalon, but I'm not gonna
Oh yeah.
take up this
That's-
whole ep talking about it because
Yeah.
Jesus.
There
That was
are
just-
channels dedicated to that on YouTube. I've
Mhm.
watched
Yeah,
a
there
couple
are.
of them.
Mhm.
They're fascinating.
That was just me being like, certainly making sure there's certainly definitely a connection. So yeah, okay. Sora will kind of lean forward and like rest her head on her hands. Like, I need to, as much as my mom doesn't want me to, I need to look at this thing with the both of you at some point. Both of you being you, Charlie, and Zane, just to see if I can help because I'm curious. I'm so curious.
Yes.
See
Shut
what I
up.
can- I'll kind of sit there with my arms crossed and go, I'll see what I can do.
I mean, I
Kinda
feel
little,
like I
like-
should be there too. I'm a bit of a scholar myself.
Yeah, I will at this stage invite you to remember that he did not let Charlie enter the house until she had already won his trust.
Yeah.
Before that, all of their meetings had been going other places.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be safe to assume that he's not going to just let all of you guys in voluntarily.
Oh yeah.
You're looking at either A, win his trust to, get invited in, or B, break in, or C, kill him and then go in.
I feel like I could
ways.
easily gain his trust.
There are other ways we could do this, but yes.
As Charlie, I'm going to sit there and I'll go, I want to propose.
You want to
An idea.
propose?
No, what? This is what I mean. Go easy on her. This is what I meant.
I'm just
An
joking
idea.
with her.
And what if he's already mentioned to me he would appreciate my company with him at the manor? Maybe I need to clarify a little bit, but it sounded like he wanted me to move in. Basically.
Oh
And-
my goodness, really?
And he asked you to stay in town.
Yeah, he wanted you to live with
Okay.
him. Like
So
he,
cool.
yes.
So-
It's not that
so-
it didn't. That it sounded like it. That's what he asked.
So this is just thinking something completely different because as how I partook.
You're like,
anyway.
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah,
that's what
what-
he meant. But
What he asked you to do was stay in town and help the reclamation.
But what Charlie heard.
What Charlie heard
Was move in with me.
Move in with me and have my
Oh, this
babies,
is
because
gonna-
she's just a poor farm girl.
oh
This is gonna be so entertaining.
Yes, poor
Let's
farm
see
girl.
what
Get swept up in this whirlwind romance and move into my mansion with me, the hot wizard.
yes.
This is This is just
Sounds
like
like 50
this
Shades of
this
Grey.
like weirdo fantasy that's going on in Charlie's head of like this like dime a dozen romance novel.
Yes.
Yeah, like you remember what like Zane's art looks like? You can see that on the cover of a novel.
Oh
at
yeah.
at an airport bookstore.
Yes.
But like we get like Charlie's point of view and he's shirtless and he's slightly more swollen, he's oiled.
Yes. Of course.
Yeah, but still wearing the glasses, of
But
course.
The
Still
romance is
wearing
that
the
all of our,
glasses.
the romance is all of our moms read whilst we were growing up is what you're talking about.
Glasses
Yeah.
stay on.
Stay on. Yes.
And
Okay.
you just say
Uh,
this at the dinner table, imagining this.
Yeah.
Galaxy
Just says
like,
out
oh,
loud, the glasses stay on, and nobody knows what the fuck
What
you're
the
talking
fuck is
about.
going on?
they look
Gallus
up and
just,
then they
like,
kind of like
looks
look at
at-
each other and then they
Yeah.
just continue to eat.
Right? Like, okay, oh, fucking, okay, this happens sometimes. It's fine.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that dialogue because that's exactly what Charlie would have thought was what he
Yeah.
meant. So I get the sense that he was talking about moving. And so what if, hypothetically, what if I did move in with him and was doing some work side by side, and I get more intel, more access to the manor, and let's say I have more of a understanding of when he is not in the house, and invite you in for tea one day. Wink.
Okay, real question, Charlie. I need you to look me in the eyes when you answer
Uh-huh.
this question.
Uh-huh.
Are you more interested in just moving in, or are you interested for the mission?
Well, so she'll do one of those, like
Yeah,
like
like,
a, like
well,
that
you know,
18-year-old.
I can't even.
you know,
I can't.
The mission, of course.
every single time Charlie goes, Suriel just nods.
Gallus
the
would like to
mole.
make a perception check.
I would be the mole. He is an integral part of this community working together. He has inside scoop of all of the head council. He has.
Do I even need to roll to know that Charlie's lying, or?
So, funny you should ask. I rolled, and I got a nat 1.
Please.
You just met Charlie. You don't know how she works yet.
Yeah, so this is like, okay,
She's got a point.
She's not
Right,
wrong.
of course. Yes, this makes sense.
You know what? I'm gonna use the puzzle dice. Oh no, Charlie.
Can I roll a deception check?
Yeah, we'll make this an opposed check.
Okay.
Okay.
Or,
I got a 24.
Let me see. Is it deception or?
Yeah, it's deception.
Yes, deception.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let's see. That is 25.
You motherfucker! You beat me by 1.
Well, think of it. I would be the inside mole, like one of, and I would be around. I let's say I have a new job. Loredana doesn't need me anymore, or I only come for first shift work or third shift work. I don't know.
Squinting.
It's an effective lie because Charlie doesn't realize that it's a lie.
Yeah, right? Like, Charlie is telling the truth.
No, she thinks she's telling the truth.
Charlie thinks she's telling the truth
she's
so
really
hard.
By saying what she's saying, she's trying to make it truthful to her, but like she's lying to herself. Like, this isn't gonna work. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah, you're starting to catch feelings. That is the worst thing you can do in a spy mission.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Suriel is still squinting at her. Like, he's gonna believe her for now, but she has her doubts, and you can see it on her face. Like, I am going to trust you for now.
I mean,
But
I
it will
still have
take-
to get it. Oh, go ahead.
It will take one wrong move for this to fuck up. And it will be something you don't even notice. But it will be something he does. So you need to be extremely careful. Or, we might have to kill you. She kind of leans back in her chair and shrugs.
I would ever
She
so
will
hate
also
for
lean
that
back
to
in her
happen.
chair and shrug as well. Well, we'll find out.
Sorry, Gallus, what was that?
Yeah, apologies. I would ever so hate for that to happen. I just met you.
I mean, you want to kill her in like about 3 days, and then you won't, and then you will. It's just a thing. You'll get used to it. Clearly talking about all the times they argued back and forth.
You love me and you know it.
Uh,
I shall chuckle.
I'm not gonna admit that in person. Disgusting.
Anyway, it's hypothetical. I still have to suss him out some more. Because truthfully, I get a quite neutral stance from him, but I need more concrete evidence if he's more for the reclamation, his job, his work, or if he more of a free agent and prefers knowledge over loyalty. With air quotes around loyalty.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, more to come. And I will take a sip of whatever I'm drinking.
I think that's
So-
it for now.
Okay. So it is, yeah, it's evening time. You have, it's ideal time for clandestine activities.
Yes.
If you wanted to, and you could go for raid the sword tower. There's still those 2 halflings you need to kidnap.
True. And it could be our first mission with Gallus.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, let me look back at our list
Yeah.
of...
Yeah, session notes has the quest log.
Yeah. New mission with dad number 3. All right, yeah, we need to talk to Nikolai.
Well, you already talked to him. You got the mission. You just need
Oh
to
yeah, we
do
have
it.
it, but we just need to do it. But I need to look through my notes.
Yeah,
You
it's a
expect me to remember what he said?
pretty simple job. He wants you to find and kidnap 2 halflings that he was sent here to purchase as slaves before, the new government decided that slavery wasn't going to fly anymore.
Yeah.
And in return, he will give you the magic item that his employer was sending as payment for the halflings.
Yes.
Is there a specific location that we needed to go and...
I don't think we got any information on the halflings from Nikolai, though. I mean, I
Yeah.
assume No, I wouldn't assume he told us that because I just asked general
He gave
questions.
he gave you their descriptions, and like there's not a specific location because they are effectively homeless,
Yeah.
but they are both fishers. So
Oh, these
Okay.
halflings are homeless?
Essentially.
yeah,
Oh, I thought.
They're not
Okay,
slaves,
this might
but
be
they
a
won't
bit
give 'em
easier than I
homes.
thought it'd be.
Yoink them off the streets.
Let's get packed up and...
I will ask about that after game. I don't remember what this is for. Yes, let's get packed up and ready to start doing that. We'll inform Gallus, of course, of what this is and all the information we have. I think it's just something we ran into on our way in when literally our first day here.
Oh, it shouldn't be too hard.
You say that, but we do have upgraded guards now, so...
We just gotta make sure they're not looking our way.
That is true.
yeah. Your clanky armor boy isn't around to fuck up your stealth anymore.
True!
Is Gallus sneaky?
No!
He's- But he doesn't have to worry about armor fucking him up even more than his lack of skill does, so, like, I don't know.
Yeah, there is that.
he's untrained in stealth.
Okay, No, not yet. I have one more level before I'm an expert in stealth. Never mind. I'm trying. I actually don't know where I don't actually know if I wrote it down, what Nikolai said to us.
Hold on, let me look.
Because whenever I get
This
to
was
where
so
that
long ago.
conversation, whenever I get to where that conversation should have happened, it just skips straight to when we got Lady Magda for some reason.
Oh, I have an idea about the
Yes.
the halflings if they're homeless. We should just
Yes.
coax them into coming to the inn.
This is true. Nikolai would be there. He comes there a lot. It's just where they are.
Yeah,
So.
but I will remind you that the whole reason that he asked you guys to do this is they know what he looks like.
Oh, that's true. Right. I forgot about that. Yeah, this is why I'm
Right,
trying
we're
to
like
find the
meeting him
note.
outside of town, right?
So this.
So what he asked you to do was to capture them. He didn't specify how, but like
Yeah.
bound and gagged or like knock them out and throw them in a bag, whatever.
Whatever it takes.
Just like bring them to him already subdued, and then he will take them and immediately leave town.
So we do need to find him before we even consider kidnapping them because we need to know where he is.
He is also staying at the Little Uskwood.
Okay.
I was
But,
just
like,
thinking to
a meeting place.
I
Go
was
ahead.
just thinking to an inn. That way, it's not in the streets and less likely to attract attention.
I mean, we could also take them to the Groat Smithy. That's slightly out of the way.
Where is that again?
Groat
It's like
Smithy
number
on the
1.
map.
That's number
Yes.
1.
I have nothing really written about Nikolai.
Written.
All I wrote was he said out loud, or something about, will he have courage to give up and go home soon? I have no idea what I meant by that.
I think because
Came
we
to
were
pick-
talking about because he was thinking about just giving up.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Because
And
you know,
then I
if he fails his mission, consequences of failing mission.
Yeah, because I wrote, came to pick up 2 slaves in town, but having a problem. They are from Nadal, lawful evil country. That's all I wrote.
Yeah, I don't know where my notes for him
Wait
went.
a second.
Yes.
There, like a bunch of dwarf
Oh, wait.
families left town, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That means there'd be
Houses.
like a number of
Squatters.
like, empty houses, right?
They-
In
That
theory.
and they could also be squatters now that those people are gone, because those are just empty homes.
I think we should take a peruse around the empty homes and see if there's any squatters.
Well, I was just saying, like, just use
Oh, yeah,
one of the empty houses as like.
Oh yeah, definitely as a meetup spot.
Or no, just as like a place to get the halflings off the streets, so less likely for guards to
Unless they're already off
interrupt
the
us
streets
while we're
themselves.
subduing them.
Yeah. Yeah. Could you? Well, I guess we don't really need the descriptions for them, James. But it's just so weird that I cannot. I guess I just didn't put that in my notes. Or if I did, I'm just really bad at reading my own notes for some reason. Oh, sorry. I'm rereading my notes.
Yeah, so what I would advise is before you think too much about what you need to, like, before you start worrying too much about the security situation where they are, figure out where they are.
Well, right,
Yeah,
but
Go
yeah,
scope it
that
out.
was just the first thing we were gonna do is see if they're like in any of the open homes and stuff like that. We're
Okay.
gonna search for them.
Here's the deal. All right, here's the deal. Let's start putting like some food and supplies together. Like we're gonna go and help feed the homeless, and that way when we go ask somebody, like, we can kind of suss out some places, but like ask somebody more specific, like, do you know if there's a big group of people in need? We wanted to bring some food and medical supplies to them, to help. So it looks like we're trying to do good, but we're really doing what what we're supposed to. How does that sound?
hmm.
And then we're starting to hand out food, like asking around, asking questions to the homeless people.
Like we can do this around. It's around dinner time too, so it would make sense.
Right.
All right.
Let's do it.
We do.
Let's go scout.
That.
So we'll go get some food and like cheese, bread. I don't know, some water. I got that endless pitcher of water.
Oh, that's true. You got the endless decanter of water.
Yep,
like-
you got to keep on a technicality.
You got get like hardtack and fucking stew.
James will never not let us forget that we got that on a technicality.
I'll pull out all the fruit from my
Oh,
bag of
yeah.
holding. I'm assuming like the apples are still good that like they kept, and
I mean, it's
I
been
would-
like over a week.
I would assume Charlie's also eaten most of that too. So
apples stay good for a while though, don't you think? Or
All right, so I'm gonna look. So as established, today is the 7th of Neth.
we got
Go
that.
back. I'm looking back at my notes to see what day you arrived in town.
It was.
It was the 27th of Lamashton. So yeah, it has been 10 days.
It's
all right.
well,
let me
it's in
look
the
up
bag
how-
of holding. It's been in the bag of holding the whole time.
So how long do apples last? So according to Bain, they said 10 months. What?
That
Your standard
is
What
not
kind of
accurate.
apples?
that can't be right. It says your
Yeah.
standard grocery store apple can
3
be as old
weeks
as
in a
10 months if you buy
pantry.
them out of season, but they
3
don't
weeks?
actually last.
Yeah, it says
Okay,
3 weeks in a pantry, 4 to 6 weeks in a fridge.
All right, so in a pantry, which I would assume like the bag of holding would be
Kind of like
considered a pantry, so they'd be good what do you say, 1 to 3 weeks?
it's a 3 weeks, yeah.
3 weeks?
Yeah,
so
you
they'd
probably have some. Okay.
So I'd have like all the apples still that I swiped from the what you call it, and that's probably like let's make that Charlie's least favorite fruit is apples. That's why she has
so many of them.
so many apples still.
But Charlie,
shit.
an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Fuck that shit.
Would we be able to get Snivy to make us a couple things? Like help. I know it would be really hard, but just like small
So-
amounts of grains.
So, as previously established with them, it requires convincing him that this is a time of great need, because the reason that he compulsively stores these grain is for times of emergency.
I'll help try to convince him with you.
Oh, Sniffy likes me.
Shut up.
Let's go down and just we'll try.
Well,
If
now
not, then we'll
I'm
just go
trying to
try.
determine if this is like something really, really big, or if we can just kind of use generally what's in the tavern.
Well,
I'll save it for later.
okay.
So, actually, if
Yep.
for that determination, roll me a society check to see if you know generally what the unhoused population is in Cantaria.
Could I
That
use
is-
my outlaw lore?
Yes.
Another 27.
Gallus got a
with-
14.
Let's go, Gallus!
Outlaw. Yeah, that was a fucking natural one. I don't know shit.
Oh
Okay,
no,
so-
Charlie's like, ooh.
Surreal has been going around doing gather information, so she's been paying attention to this kind of stuff. And you know, there really aren't that many.
Okay.
When they came in and freed all the slaves, most of them either just, found gainful employment, were conscripted into the army, or just like left town because they didn't want to stay in the same place where they'd been enslaved.
Mm-hmm.
Very few did stay. So, we're talking a dozen or two.
Okay.
So, yeah, with what you have on hand, it wouldn't be that hard, especially, with an inn preparing food for that number of people in an evening normally.
Yeah, that'll be easy. Okay.
Yeah.
Gallus would like to do so.
Everyone would help.
All right then. So we can kind of yada yada over getting that together.
Shit, sorry.
I
dropped a dice.
Gallus
and
puts
I'll-
his chef hat back on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'll say with your society roll, you would know like where to find, some of them, not necessarily the specific two you're looking for. But from there, somebody in the party could attempt a diplomacy check to gather information.
I would like to do so.
All right, yeah, roll me that diplomacy check.
Oh, 28.
Nice.
Whoa.
All right. So you ask around, you find people in twos and threes. Some of them are squatting in in empty homes. Some are camped out, outside of town. Because, in this era, sleeping, camping isn't awful like it is in modern cities. Like there's places where you could make a decent, like not a comfortable place to sleep, but
Good enough.
relatively sheltered. Yeah.
There's some shacks that are decent enough to live in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, even like lean-tos and stuff. Like, it's not like concrete and benches. It's camping, so it's a lot more forgiving. But yeah, you're right. You find that the two you're looking for, there are two halflings named Jed and Leora. They are a sibling pair. And you learn that they make their camp about a mile north of like where the town ends. So like that road that goes up north past the sword tower.
Towards the jail?
Yeah. About a mile north of where town ends on the riverbank is where they camp out. Because as mentioned, they are fishers.
Fishers.
And they just kind of hang out up there.
Oh, so just outside of town. Great. This will be easy.
Yeah, which is why I advised figure that out before you stress too much about.
Yeah.
Making bigger plans. Yeah.
Yeah. I just didn't want you guys to get too spun up about it because they're
Thank you,
Okay.
because you know.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
they're a mile outside of town. If you can get them and grab them without either of them getting away, you don't have to worry about guards seeing you.
Ooh.
I feel
How
like
far out of town is the blooming the cave?
So that is significantly farther. That's
Okay.
a few miles. They're like.
Do we
yeah,
know if there's like any kind of significant-ish spot out that far other than the riverbank, obviously, but a good meeting spot that we could tell Nikolai about to meet us there that's very prominent that they would at least know?
So you're pretty confident with where the town is. As long as you don't come back on the road in front of the sword tower, you could get them back to the inn to deliver them to Nikolai without anybody really seeing you.
Okay. So here's the question, guys. Do we want to knock them out? Or, well, I guess the only thing we could do is knock them out because we don't want them possibly running. What do we think? Knock them out or take them when they're still conscious?
Well, if would
I
be
think
easier
we'll
to
have
move
less
them
of a
around.
fight if they're knocked out.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
Do we have any snares or
Yes.
Yeah, you have
Yes.
that. You have rope. You have a big bag. Like,
let me see if I have anything for like silencing them. Hold on.
somebody should just get a big net.
Yeah, right. Just get a big net. I mean, literally, I have 50 foot of rope that we could just use.
I do too from my traveler's pack.
The biting
It's
snare
like-
would do a little bit too much damage.
I'm just thinking of things that would keep them quiet.
I mean, we can make gags and stuff, so.
Yeah. Okay. I think just going in and just long story short, let's just knock them out. I think that'd be easier.
Grapes?
Yeah, knock them out. I'm down.
Unless
for
we
that.
want to try to get info off of them.
I mean,
I'm not sure.
what's the likelihood that they know anything useful for us?
They might know stuff about the ports.
Well, I mean, we can always just go to the ports and talk to the people there.
We're planning
True.
on burning the ports. Remember?
Well, that was when Uktuk was here.
Well, that could still be on the table.
Uktuk's not here!
I mean, he can.
Yeah, but Charlie
Uktuk
is.
is showing. Yeah, but that's completely separate from what Uktuk wanted to do it. Charlie would just burn it to burn it. Uktuk wants to burn it for a purpose, to further drive his point. Charlie just likes to burn things.
True.
So yeah. We would obviously no, we won't even go back. You're good. We won't even go back to inform Nikolai that we found them. I think we'll just find the siblings, knock them out, and take them back. So
Sounds like a plan.
onward. Kidnapping! Yay!
Yeah.
And do we even need to roll? Well, I guess we would.
Yeah. So once you get the rough distance out of town, somebody give me a survival to try and.
Who has good survival here?
I have decent survival.
What's everyone's modifiers?
+7.
+2.
If you're. What? Sorry, Grapes?
+7.
Okay, I'll do it, I guess. I'm +8.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to help me, Grapes?
I can help.
Yes. Do this, please.
I rolled a 13.
It is not sufficient.
Oh, it's okay. I rolled. Where is my survival? 22. Why do I roll so good on survival?
But it's important. And they are, you're able to find them. They're not really trying to hide their tracks. They're just living. They're not hiding
Yeah.
out. So it's pretty easy to find evidence of where their camp is. Like they have, once you get close enough, you see they have a little fire going. They've built a little lean-to.
Oh, before
just-
we approached their tent, I
Summon Uktuk.
summon Ghost Took. Yes.
Yeah.
It's important to the brand.
I manifest Uktuk. That's the proper
There you go.
terminology. Manifest.
You did it.
I will.
Well, you're not. Your class isn't called Manifester.
Well, no, but the ability's called Manifest
I
Idol,
know.
So.
I will
Anyway.
hold my shocking grasp wand in my hand as we're walking towards the lean-to.
So, does Charlie have the non-lethal spell Metamagic Feat?
Probably not. Non-lethal. Is that like a general feat or a
It'd be a class feat for you.
class feats I have are Cackle, Basic Lesson,
Oh.
reach spell, and that's it. Wait, and greater. Well, that's level 6. Never mind, we're not there yet.
Yeah, we're not there
That's
yet.
yeah. So I don't have non-lethal.
Suriel would. I mean, we would be talking on the way there about the best way. I have a smoke fan, which could be used to obviously make it a lot easier to conceal us, or at least to make it easier to knock them out. So there's very little, just to make it easier, you know.
I suppose maybe I should find if I have anything. Give me a second.
I don't think you have that feat though,
I don't
Charlie.
think No, like I was talking like inventory.
Oh, yeah, you should probably also look for that.
I have a flail.
We're trying not to kill them, Charlie.
Would I kill them with a flail though?
I'm assuming they're just citizens,
Okay.
so not a lot of health.
I have blowgun darts. I could.
Do you have any poisons that might be effective?
I do! But again, they might kill them.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of? So I have some, but I don't think they would be really appropriate.
I have arsenic and black adder venom.
I think the poison we'd be interested in here is the lethargic poison.
Yes, which I do not have. How much does bottled lightning do? Bottled lightning might work, actually. Because that only does 1d6.
Well, it'd be lethal. Best
It
bet
would,
here
you're
is
right.
to use non-lethal attacks.
So I'd say we probably stealth up then instead.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Hey, roll me some stealths.
Sure.
Of course, the other thing you could do is
Talk to them.
yeah, I was gonna say you can attempt stealth to get the jump on them. You could
Ooh.
also just do a diplomacy to like get up and
Ooh.
get them talking, and then once you're up close, then spring your attack.
Gallus
Yes.
can definitely go talk to them.
I can definitely be a
So that-
distraction.
Charlie and Suriel can walk up behind them and take him out.
There you go.
That works.
That was a thing that I was gonna say, but brain.
Well, Uktuk has to be with you as well.
That's fine. He can stay there. Charlie can say hi.
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
It's just he opens his mouth and it's just the screams of the damned.
Doesn't have a mouth.
Oh right, it's still
He
shut.
does. It's just sewn shut.
Yeah.
He's not allowed to speak yet.
That's why I just went.
Gallus, go!
And I just go like, hello there. And I like take out my ever-burning torch.
And
and
you as
just,
you approach,
like, approach them, like being
They
all
are-
friendly.
they are. There's a little fire going. You see one of them is sitting next to the fire, kind of looking up at the sky, and the other looks to be curled up in the lean-to asleep. So as you approach, the one who is up kind of turns, and you can assume this is Jed because it's a boy. The girl is Leora. Says, "Hey, keep it down there, friend. My sister's sleeping."
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry to intrude, but I seem
Not
to...
at all. Come have a sit.
Oh, why thank you, and I just sit down. Oh, this is, quite the cozy camp you set up.
And when you get close, you see over the fire there is a couple of fish roasting over the fire.
Oh man, possibly Triples would enjoy.
Points. Yeah, he points to the fish and says, "You want one?"
Oh, it's been a bit since I've eaten, so who am I to turn down a bit of fish? And I take one. May I do a perception on it to see if it's been tampered?
Absolutely, you may.
Because Gallus being paranoid.
Yeah.
Oh,
my God,
natural
another
one. It
parent-
looks great.
Another paranoid noble.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, you don't notice any tampering.
It's great. I was like, bottoms up, and just takes a bite of the fish.
Yeah, guess what? You still don't notice any tampering.
Still don't notice any tampering.
Yeah, it's almost like this random guy didn't poison a fish that he was gonna eat if you didn't show up.
I mean,
Maybe
you
he was
never
gonna
know.
kill his sister.
Hey,
You never know.
being a noble, automatically paranoid about the food.
It's true.
Hmm?
Also, I rolled a 28 on stealth.
God damn.
Oh, I suppose I should be. I should roll on.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, hold on.
Roll that for Uktuk as well.
Oh yeah.
It's a 29.
Let's go.
Curly has learned how to be stealthy when it counts.
Oh,
Right.
Uktuk, you dumb fuck. 11.
Y'all question
No.
my skills.
No, re-roll that shit. Flip my coin.
Yeah, you're flipping a coin.
I'm flipping a
Well,
coin.
as you recall,
Oh,
that's
right.
a declare it first, then you roll twice and
Oh.
take the better.
Damn it. All right.
However,
Huh?
given that it's just the wilderness at night, roll a diplomacy.
Roll diplomacy. Shibidi-boop. God damn it. I didn't declare it. Can I declare it? Is it too late?
Yeah, you haven't announced the result, so.
Okay. Gonna this.
But
episode, right?
yeah, it is before you roll.
20.
All right, so
Dirty 20.
you are able to hold his attention enough that even though Uktuk makes a noise, he doesn't seem to notice. So your distraction is working.
Good.
Like, well. Oh. Oh, I'm glad I found some good company out here. I'm Gallus, by the way. What's your name?
Yeah, Babblebrook. And my sister there is Leora.
Gabin Leora.
Babblebrook.
Jeb, not Geb.
Oh, Jeb.
I
my
ain't no
apologies.
necromancer.
Necromancer. How silly, of course.
Well, that's the name of a country.
Well, yeah.
And also.
yeah. Of course, nobody's a necromancer around here. That'd be ridiculous.
I figure they'd have got run out with the devil worshippers.
Oh yes, them disgusting, evil devil worshippers.
You know, folk like that was what kept us in chains, is the reclamation come through and let us go. So I figure they got to be the good guys, right?
Yeah. Yes, the good guys. Of course.
You know,
Oh.
one might look at the way we make our life here and see it as mighty humble, but at least we's free.
At least you're free. That's right. Nothing will ever change that.
That's my prayer. I don't know that I could survive doing it again. It's the worst hell one can imagine.
Yes.
Do you feel guilty yet, players?
Oh, I
No,
long time ago. Long time ago.
not at all.
Nah.
No,
Oh,
you're gonna have to try
yeah.
harder than that. Suriel is sneaking up behind Gab. Yes,
Gab.
those
Jeb.
evil necromancers. Yes,
Jed.
evil.
Yeah.
Charlie will start kind of sneaking towards Leora's sleeping arrangement.
All right. So
So, what was the place that those slavers were from again? The
Nidal.
Nidal.
Mm.
Yes, it'd be terrible. Nothing could ever change that. Your freedom. Unless, of course, some couple of slavers from the dead, Nadal, decide to offer up some payment.
Now, why would you say that?
But of course,
Why would you say that?
That's all completely hypothetical. Right, Jeb?
Cab.
Nah, it ain't hypothetical at all. That fella Nikolai and his bullet boys have been... Well, they tried to get us a couple of times now, but we can see them coming.
Indeed, indeed.
Someone play Persona 5.
Never see it coming!
Because that's what I'm about to do. What do I need to roll to knock him out?
So, roll me an athletics to grab and hold them.
Grab and hold him?
And whoever is rolling against Leora is like her DC is going to be way lower because she's asleep.
Yeah.
But-
Okay.
What is...
Ghost Took will grab Leora.
Why?
Well,
Why?
I'm
27.
Why?
no, because I'm sneaking towards Leora's. I'm sneaking towards Leora
Yeah.
anyway.
Charlie's got Leora. It's fine.
Well, I was gonna say because Ghost Took has good athletics.
oh,
to
athletics,
grab.
but she's
Right, I was-
asleep, so
That's why you would go for the softer target if you had the better modifier. But Suriel, very deftly and almost effortlessly looking, is able to grab and hold Jed.
bonk.
Athletics is 13.
Yeah, even with a 13, you're able to overpower an asleep halfling.
Oh,
Kind of like wrangle her, like you're trying to give a dog a pill.
Yeah, and it's she's out, so if you want to just like grab her and tie her hands up before she wakes, you could do that. It's and Jed struggles a little bit, but Suriel is able to choke him out pretty easily, having taken him by surprise.
Surprise!
surprise,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Okay.
We all went there.
As like Jeb is like passing out from being choked out, Gallus will like get up and take another fish on a stick that's being roasted, and he just like waves it at Jeb and goes, "Sorry, nothing personal. It's only business."
Nothing personnel, kid.
Yeah, it's, Suriel, for narrative purposes, you are going to take 1 point of slashing damage as he like claws
Ow.
frantically at your arms with his fingernails.
Oh
Yeah, take that.
no. That hurts so much.
Got a sale for that.
Yeah, like that's an amount of damage that you would heal just from sleeping. It's like
Yeah. Negligible.
Yeah.
Literally negligible.
That's why I said for narrative purposes. But yeah, he claws frantically at your arm, like draws a teeny little bit of blood because it's fingernails.
Of course. And,
And
we
he's
tie him
wee.
up. He's small.
Yeah.
Tie him
So
up
now-
enough that they're easier to carry and have a harder time getting away.
Yeah. So yeah, you get through that pretty easily now that
Like-
you've actually gone out there.
Ghost Took is just kind of standing there, and then Gallus just like, as he's finishing up the stick, he like, or the fish, he like kind of like throws the stick at him and it bounces off his chest, and he goes, "You've been useless today."
He's
What
getting...
up?
Don't you hit Took?
That's our dad.
Yeah, that's our original dad. How dare you? Charlie would say that.
You monster. So yeah, roll me one more stealth check to just get back to the Uskwood.
All of us or
Will's-
just one of us?
Yeah, you can roll it as a group because you
Okay.
are Yeah.
doing this as a group. I will say,
use
obvious-
follow the leader.
none of us are experts in stealth, so
I thought you were an expert in
nope,
stealth now.
nope. I
Next
have one more
level.
level.
Oh.
But what I was gonna say is that definitely like making it look like no one camped here. Yes,
Okay.
cover the fire, take down the lean, everything.
Yeah,
Oh,
you could like
interesting.
take the lean-to and just chuck it in the river.
Yeah.
I will prestidigitation the campsite, so our foot tracks and their foot tracks are gone.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So it's
All
like
right.
no one was ever
Um,
here.
In that case, do you want to toss their stuff and see if there's
Wanna
anything
look in their
useful there? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to look in their shit first.
First,
so,
Charlie does. Suriel doesn't.
Among their meager possessions, you find 4 days worth of rations. They are halfling type, smoked fish, rice, field greens. 12 copper pieces. 2 slings.
Mhm.
And a set of artisan's tools. It is a block and tackle.
They had
Ooh.
hobbies.
Well, it was their livelihood. It was fishing.
Suriel takes up fishing.
God no.
Look, it's an easy way to get sustenance when you're out in the woods or
I mean,
in
that's
the
true.
wilderness.
That is true, but I don't know if she has the patience currently.
I'm just
Out
imagining.
of curiosity, as we're walking back, once we kind of start like packing up and walking back, I will think back to when we were where we first met, and I found that. I went
The
to-
tannery.
Yeah, no, not the tannery. This was the police station, and I went through their contraband section, and I found a scroll for as a contract for a halfling.
Oh.
I would still have
Oh.
that. Can I
We
look
s-
and see?
I do not believe so. It was just one person that they were looking for with a different name.
Yeah, I'll open that book up and see if I can get that real quick. But yeah, it's not them.
Okay.
Because yeah, it was
But-
for one.
I would kind of ask them like, hey, just out of curiosity, do you know this halfling?
Wait, ask who? What?
The halflings. I would ask if they knew. This
They're knocked
person.
out right now.
Well, yeah, I know that, but like once we get them back,
Oh, we haven't done that. We have to roll our stealth to get back.
Yep.
We don't know if we've gotten back yet.
Alrighty.
all right, never mind.
We can ask Nikolai when we get back if he knows anything.
Oh, okay. There we go. Let's ask
Yeah,
Nikolai.
because
then.
remember the halflings that we just got are knocked out, so they won't be able to
Yeah.
answer.
and
I
they're
feel
probably
like
gonna spit in my face. So
yeah,
like,
I feel like they
Yeah.
wouldn't be so compliant.
They wouldn't want to answer us. So yeah,
suppose not.
yeah. Sorry. Tira was asking me. Yeah, it's a halfling male service trained. His name is Arden.
Yep.
Arden.
Yeah, Arden.
All right.
Oh.
Let's ask Nikolai when we get
Yeah.
to him.
Try not to throw the dice out of the dice strings.
It's really it's stealth. It's here.
Uh,
For fuck's sake!
21.
Yeah, you're rolling this one as a group, so I figured it would just be Suriel rolling.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Please.
21.
So yeah, you're able to get them back to the inn without incident.
Oh my god, these dice have been rolling nothing but ones.
Put it
Except
in
for that
jail!
first 20.
Nico, bye-bye.
It'll go in jail now.
Yeah, so you are able to find Nikolai. He is in the same room that he's been the whole time. He is delighted to discover that you have indeed carried out the task for him. And he ducks back into his room and brings out this wooden box, like a roughly shoebox sized wooden box.
Okay.
He says, "I don't know what's in it, but that was to be the payment."
Consider this transaction done then.
Can like Gallus and Charlie open it up and it just shines gold? We still don't know what it is, but Gallus and Charlie does. They just smile and close it. Pulp Fiction reference.
Mm-hmm.
And true to his word, they him and his two guys pack up. They take their merchandise and depart town immediately.
Nikolai,
Pasha.
Nikolai, before you leave,
Yeah.
I would unfurl the contract that I had for the halfling. Do you know anything about this particular halfling?
I can't say that I do, but even without the subject present, the contract is worth something. I'll give you 50 gold pieces for it.
I mean, we don't really
Can
have
I
any use for
roll
it.
Outlaw Lord to see if that's a fair price for this?
Absolutely.
This is a 17.
You feel like that's, I mean, pretty good considering it's just a paper. Like, without the guy here, it is just a piece of paper, so and it's pretty good for it. It could be considerably more valuable if you had the guy, because a service trained servant would be worth a lot more than 50. But
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah,
so
for
having the person
for a
would
piece,
be... Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, having him would be worth a lot more. But yeah, for just a piece of paper, even if
That
it
we-
does, even if you came across him, you would be the legal owner with that contract, like that.
I say
You're
we
trading out. You're trading out a sure value for a much greater potential value.
This is
But
the
yeah, it's a
thing
pretty good
in
deal.
the RPG that you keep in like the first chapter that pays off in like chapter 12.
For no reason. You just
Well,
happen to come
that's why
across it.
That's
It
exactly why I'm
also
sitting here.
it also might never come up,
Right.
and
Yes,
it's just
but
there
James,
for flavor.
We're hoarders, so
Tell
I know,
me,
and it could be that this is where it comes up, as he offers to buy the document from you for 50 GP.
That is also
how
true.
much more would it be if I had the halfling?
And if you had him, maybe 300 or 400, depending on the condition. It says he's missing a toe, but
Okay.
yeah, it'd be a lot. But
Toes
you don't
aren't
have
that
him.
important.
No, but it speaks to the overall health and condition.
Sure.
Mint is worth more than very good. You know what I mean?
Okay. How would I start trying to find him?
I guess it's more of a question for where this is out of character, by the way.
Like this is
I
this
don't
is
know.
me trying-
I don't
this is
know
me
if
trying to
Nikolai
suss
would
out-
know that.
This far away from where the contract was drafted, you might never find him.
Do we know where the contract was drafted
Yeah. Do I know where it was contracted?
Because we just
Longacre.
found. Well, was it? I don't remember putting that in my notes because we just found it there. That
I unfurled it and you told me it was a contract for a halfling, and I think that's all I wrote down at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was from that. Well, not Longacre specifically, but like within that Baronal
so in that area.
territory. Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, we still have a chance of going back to that area in general.
I'd say we'd keep it then.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying you have to sell it. I'm just saying if you don't care to.
I will keep it for now, but knowing that it has worth either way is good knowledge. Thank you, Nikolai. I appreciate your help.
Thank you for getting this done. I can finally go home.
Well, safe travels to you.
Good luck to you as well. And then he fucks right off.
And I will put that back in my bag of holding, the contract, and ponder that one.
Okay.
What's in the box?
Yeah, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
Okay, so I am going to drop a handout in the channel.
Ooh.
A lot of this text is going to have to be changed because, it's first edition stuff.
Right.
But it shows you what this thing looks like and the, general idea of what it does.
Okie dokie.
Discord bottle.
Ooh.
Let's see.
I read this at some point. But I was just curious.
Yeah, it's a cursed variant of the ever smoking bottle. And the ever smoking bottle, when you open the cork, makes a cloud of smoke. Covers a 50-foot area and is supposed to just give you concealment. And it has text in there about if you leave it open, it gets bigger. It can get up to 100 feet if you let it go. But the cursed version, creatures that are in that smoke have to succeed at a fortitude save, or they go berserk and attack the nearest person.
Ooh.
So is this price accurate for second edition or
No, it is not.
Okay.
And
that's
either
what
way, I don't want to sell it anyways.
Yeah, this is pretty damn good.
That's
Yeah, it is also a once per day usage.
Okay. So it's
That's
not a one-off. Nice.
that is so good. My brain just opened up with ideas.
Same here.
Yeah, you could do some stuff with this.
You could just give it to Ghost Took and then have him drop it in the middle of a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ariel's just holding it, staring at
50-foot
it.
rate in one round?
Yeah, and then
Oh.
it expands.
And there is a card in the box explaining this.
That's
You guys just watch Suriel's pupils dilate in excitement as she's reading more about it.
Well, that was
Definitely worth
that
it.
was a good boon.
This is gonna
Don't you
be
love
a
it?
fun thing.
Yeah, don't you love it when the loot from a side quest is really helpful for the main quest?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
This is why we do side quests.
Yeah.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, really handy item. So,
There's a thing. Sorry, continue.
following morning,
Oh.
there is a bit of a murmur. Apparently, people did notice that the halflings are missing, because they were, they would come into town in the morning to sell what they caught in their nets overnight.
Yeah.
They didn't, and nobody can find them. So some of the other unhoused community decided that it's no longer safe for them on the streets,
Oh.
and have also quit town, seeking better fortunes elsewhere.
Yes.
Go ahead and give yourself 3 more despair.
Yes. We up
Nice.
to 15 now.
Yeah. See, now you're getting shit done.
Did Brexter burn any more houses?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you only get the despair once.
Oh.
He's
All right.
having fun. That's all
He's
that
having
matters.
fun.
See, we
Yeah.
took we took time, and now it's paying off. Now we're getting a whole shit ton of despair.
Yeah. Yeah, you
It's
got
ramping up.
you spent a lot of time laying the groundwork, and now you are reaping what you've sown, and it's good.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think.
So it's the following morning. So being a new day, does Gallus want to attempt another influence check with Linton?
Sure, 1 second. Need to
Suriel, of
change the
course,
music.
would have been up early during her training, of course, and reading that journal of fucking crazy ass motherfucker Rum Jug Carl.
Alright, Dice, don't fuck me. You
Yeah,
did good earlier, don't fuck me.
The passage that you're reading today, he breaks from the middle of a talk about an astronomical observation that he made to explain in full the recipe for a fruit pie that he likes, and then picks
pretty good though.
and then picks back up with the astronomical observance, like without even changing paragraphs.
I love this.
Are you sure they're crazy and just not neurodivergent? I'm kidding. This dude is fucking insane.
It can be two things.
I mean, he could be both, but still, like, it's...
There are crazy people with ADHD.
This
They're not
is
mutually
true.
exclusive, but they're also not mutually inclusive. So
And
anyway,
then-
Grapes, what was your role?
So just so I know, my options for him are crafting and what else? Or is it just
Diplomacy.
crafting or
You
diplomacy?
can also diplomacy. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do crafting then. 26.
Oh, perfect. All right. I'm really excited for the reaction this is about to get, because he is really happy. Oh, I just saw the BRB for Oni. I'm gonna wait
Okay.
until she gets back.
Could we say, like, with my good rolls with, I can't seem to, my brain with the names. Linton.
Yeah. What is your?
How close
is-
am I to get, like, when I'm crafting these potions? How close am I to making it look like he's the one who crafted it?
I mean, is that what you're trying to do? Because
I mean,
you're just
little-
doing work for hire at this point.
Yes.
So, what is your proficiency level with crafting? Is it just trained?
It should be. It is expert.
Hello, I'm...
Oh, perfect. So with that check, you have succeeded at a level 5 earn income check.
Ooh.
So you're able to earn 1 gold piece for your efforts.
Hell yeah.
Let's go!
In addition, now that Oni's back, you have succeeded at your 3rd influence check with him.
Hell yeah.
And-
the last one.
Says, yeah, it is. So, no, I'm really happy you're here helping shoulder some of the load with the crafting here. But you and your friends are adventuring types, right?
Oh, in a sense, we like do things here and there to help out the community,
Well, there's something I was hoping you could help me with.
Ooh, and do tell Linton.
Well, it's a, I guess you could call it a missing persons report. It's, my nephew, Gregor Ardane. I hadn't seen him in a couple of weeks.
Oh, and I just told you about him.
And we're out.
He says Gregor Dane, and his face went from like curious to like, oh, you just said that.
Wow.
It
I didn't know
was just so perfectly timed that I decided, like, hey, I should probably look into him now.
Yeah, when I said that stuff at the beginning of the episode, I didn't know if we
You'll
would get to
see
this or
what.
not today, but now you see, like that was the prerequisite for finding more about Gregor Ordain, is that you needed to
Wow.
succeed at the influence checks with Linton, who would then give you the quest to go find Gregor.
We did it again, guys.
Yep. You sure did.
I can't believe how perfectly that lined up.
I know,
Oh my
right?
God, that is
How do we
beautiful.
do this?
James, your art for the cliffhanger is top notch.
I
Yes.
what?
I just love how everything aligns so fucking perfectly.
What the
God.
fuck?
And now you know who that uncle is.
And now we know who that
Yeah.
uncle is. He would be the uncle.
To be like yeah, that he seems like an uncle type of guy, or he would be the uncle.
You just look at that guy and you go, he's someone's uncle, and that
Is
person
Legume-
loves their uncle.
Is Legume related to Linton and what's his face?
And I think he's that's something we can ask.
Yeah, well, considering the wild divergence of their accents, that would lead you to believe probably not, but stranger
Yeah.
things have happened.
This is
This is fair.
It's
Look
true.
at Surreal.
Shaggy has a uncle who is British.
true.
Who does?
Shaggy
from
from Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
For some reason. Aren't his parents like uber rich too?
Probably.
I mean, I don't remember my Scooby-Doo canon that well. Daphne's parents are loaded.
Well, yeah. I think that's just something random knowledge I have in my head.
Would be the most random that I've seen, so.
Well,
Yeah.
that
But
was
next
another fantastic episode of Pathenders podcast.
It's been a while since I've had my mind blown like that. Okay.
That was pretty good. Pretty
I
good.
don't.
And since your mind is blown, Oni, where can they find you?
They can find me literal pretty much anywhere from YouTube to, well, you can kind of find me on Twitter. I'm just not posting my art on there anymore because of the update that's coming out. Blue Sky, Instagram, Tumblr will all be posting more. Maybe on Twitch if I ever stream again. Who knows? I
Who
do
knows?
art and commissions, and I like getting paid to do things because it's nice. So that's me.
James, where can we find you? Oni, look for a person to rate.
I'm telling you right now, I promise.
I'm also on Twitter. I am not going to stop posting because nobody wants to monetize my shit posts. It's not like I'm putting out art or anything, but I'm the Ramble Rouser, and
More
I
like
also run.
fart.
And I run the show's Twitter at Pathenders Pod. That's me also. I talk to myself all the time because, you know, either one of those. Yeah, get at us. I'm also on the Blue Sky, also the Ramble Rouser.
Also, my friend says Shaggy's grandfather is rich.
Oh.
That's why his name is Norval,
Oh, you're right.
because that is a real fact that I do know. His name is Norval
Yeah, his name
sounds
is
like a rich person
Norval
Rogers.
Is it Rogers?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's Norville Shaggy Rogers.
gotcha. Jess.
Hey. Where the find me at?
Yeah.
Yeah. Find me at Twitter. Not X. Twitter. At Topaz_romance. Blue
Yeah, it's not
Sky
X
is-
videos yet.
Yeah. And it's Blue Sky Topaz Romance no _ because that was lame of them. Anyway, that's about it. I might go back to Tumblr. I think that one is either Topaz Romance or Maudlin Romance. I forget which one it was. I'll have to find out.
It's a great
about it.
adjective.
And
pretty good.
I am Grapes. You can find me Twitex at I_am Grapes. You can find me at Twitch at I am Grapes.
Maybe one day it'll become really just the Kingdom Hearts community will take it over and it'll really become Organization 13 only.
That already happened.
No, I'm talking about like everything on there is nothing but Organization 13.
Oh.
And like Kingdom Hearts related. And it's just called X for that reason.
I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3, not on stream or anything, but it's just a really fucking good game.
It is a great game. I just watched my boyfriend finish it a couple days ago.
It stops at level 12, and that kills
That
my
sucks.
enthusiasm for wanting
Yeah,
to buy it.
that is-
'cause fuck that
That's very unfortunate, but you know what? Wizards of the Coast is cowards for not wanting to... Wait, it's Larian that made it. Well, anyways.
Yeah, that's Larian Studios.
Larian, you're a coward. Make DLC that continues to level 20, like the
Yeah.
like the Chad Pathfinder games.
Yeah, because Owlcat made Wrath of the Righteous up to level 20 with mythic tiers. And so, like, everybody who says, well, they can't make the Baldur's Gate to level 20 because of balance, like, well, enjoy being wrong.
To be fair, late game 5th edition is stupid unbalanced.
So is late game Pathfinder.
Well,
it's like it's hard to do, but you can do it.
It's true. Oni, who are you rating?
The Unacceptables!
The Unexpectable.
Yeah, they're playing Gateway right now.
Oh,
Fallout.
Yeah.
Fallout-based themed D&D shenanigery, which I love, with some of my favorite voice actors and actresses currently.
I do
like-
enjoy myself some Fallout.
Like Sarah Ann Williams, who, if you listen to her talk, you'll figure out who she is real quick. She's, for those who probably might not know, she's Jinx from... Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like, if you listen to her talk, you know it's her. So, that's just where we're going. They've only been live for 2 hours, so... You guys have like an extra 2.5, maybe 3 hours, depending on... what's going on? I smacked my mic. I'm so sorry, chat.
Alright. And that's it. Everybody, goodbye. Go raid.
Yeah, here.
Bye.
Go, tell them they're so
Time.
good.
They're good.